back.
Boink. You're back.
Like Who's more excited, you guys or us?
Okay.
All right, it's that time of day.
Tradition time.
Yep.
Oh, I'm moving my phone because these things tend to foam. Ooh, ooh.
Cheers, guys.
Did I
Welcome
really
to Three
do
Drinks
that?
In. We're back.
I got foam on my fingers and I just went like that, went all over the screen.
I thought I saw something on the camera there.
Yeah. It is 3 drinks after all, right?
It is 3 Drinks In. So here we are. It's been a few days.
Yep.
We're back.
Apologize for that. It's Kirk's fault.
Yeah, I'll take the blame.
Nothing is ever my fault. Okay, let's get that straight right now.
Yeah. We're trying to do as many as we can, but it's just not enough hours in the day.
We're not. We gotta go to work. We gotta do research to get it all done. It's just getting. We can't do this full time because we can't afford it.
We just need like 0.1% of Joe Rogan's funding, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, come on, Joe.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Pitch in, boss. Pitch in.
Yeah.
You're the king.
Bongino, you can pitch in a little bit too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Probably wiping your arse with $100 bills.
Hodge twins, you guys probably got a
Come
lot
on,
going
guys.
on too.
Yeah. Pretty sure we
Sure
won't
will.
bite into your audience.
Yeah.
That's a given. We could use some help, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. So, what you want me to bring something up first?
Yeah, go for
All
it.
right. So I want to. Oh God, man, something bit me. Talk about Ukraine. You know, everybody's back in Ukraine, and oh, poor freaking Ukraine, and
That's what the media tells us to do.
you know what I mean. I feel for the Ukraine people, but their government can kiss my ass, man.
the
He's a
government's
dictator. He's a nut bar. He's a gangster. He's a crook. He's a money launderer. He's a sex trafficker.
Any opposing political views or parties
Well,
are
they
not
just
allowed
made it law.
anymore?
They just made it law. No opposition parties to the government at all. You try to open a party that goes against the government, jail.
Yeah.
And if you do too good of a job, they'll execute you, man. Okay, here comes the dog. Okay, Donnie, you gotta get out of the camera, buddy.
You got this.
Go, buddy.
You got this. Oh,
There you go.
he's
Lay
in,
down.
he's in.
Don't spill my beer, man, because that'll make me mad.
But yeah, that's from my understanding is the reason that Russia did their special military operation. It wasn't a war. It was very different.
Yeah.
Is that NATO and their allied forces were over the past 20 years have been surrounding Russia slowly and putting in defense systems so that if Russia attacks one of the NATO countries, they can knock that missile out of the air. But the thing is, all these systems that were put in place, they can be converted into offensive in a matter of hours.
Oh, that's it. Well, NATO has always said, we will not advance 1 foot.
Yeah.
And
And they did.
and now they're right at their border. I don't blame them,
Yeah.
man. I mean, and not only that, all those biolabs have been taken out. A couple of their underground, their underground, what's that stand for again?
Deep underground
Military bases.
Yeah.
Which were basically tunnels for human sex trafficking. This is not a secret, people. Ukraine is the most corrupt country on the face of the earth, man. Like, come on.
And you look at Zelensky in his past, he was an actor, a TV
Oh,
actor.
that's what I wanted to show.
Yeah.
He just gave it a little.
So this is his history. It's kind of like our Trudeau here, Trudeau.
Oh, yeah.
He was a drama teacher. He went off his name. Zelensky, same thing. He has no political backing or background or anything like that.
Okay, can you see that? Let's get a little closer to that camera. There's Mr. Zelensky at his finest in New York City.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a pervert.
Okay, and a few provinces have been voted in Ukraine to separate from the Ukraine and rejoin Russia.
That was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yep. And so they're doing it. And this is the analogy I want to make between that. Okay, our pinhead here, he said, Canada will not tolerate 1 inch of the Ukraine being taken over by, being annexed to Russia. We will not tolerate that. Okay. Well, they voted for it. He didn't take it. They had a referendum, and overwhelmingly, all 3 of those provinces want to go back to Russia. They've been getting persecuted for how
Yeah.
long? 10 years by Zelensky and his Nazi regime.
If you're Russian speaking in Ukraine, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you've been very
yeah. Mm-hmm,
heavily persecuted. And the thing is, many parts of Ukraine were Russia, right? They were part of
Yes,
the
man.
USSR. So,
Yes, man.
yeah.
And so they voted for it. And Trudeau run into this punk mouth. But, okay, so what happens? What's Trudeau's answer going to be when the West, from Manitoba all the way west, say, well, we voted and we're leaving Canada. What are you going to do? Call in the Chinese army to back your play? Not tolerate it? This is what I mean.
ridiculous.
People need to pay attention to what comes out of that guy's mouth. And how he's already got Chinese police stations operating on our soil. He's already let in Chinese troops to train in Canada to train in Arctic weather.
Cold weather combat, yeah.
Cold weather combat. And so do not kid yourself. You have to really pay attention to what comes out of that guy's mouth. Because stuff like that, he will try to apply it here.
And we'll add a bunch of content on that too on Telegram if you guys haven't.
Yeah.
If you haven't joined Telegram yet, join Telegram.
Yes,
Look
man.
for 3 drinks in.
And download Grumble, please. Please, because we'd like to make that our home base.
YouTube is turning into a communist platform, whereas Rumble is free.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
Well, they're banning everybody.
YouTube is, yeah.
Yeah,
Look
and Rumble's taken over. Free speech, no censorship. So and we'd like it to be our home base. So
that's the goal.
gonna make a pitch to him. In the next couple days. I'm gonna give him a call. Little chat or Rumble, Mr. Rumble. Anyway, the Ukraine people, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot more to that than meets the eye, that's for
Stop
sure. And
falling
we're only
for it.
hearing one side from
Yeah.
the media, which is how it always is. If
Yeah.
you guys are waking up now,
Stop
you'll see
falling
that
for it,
the
man.
media always pushes whatever propaganda they want to have said,
Yeah.
right? We
And,
don't hear the truth in the news anymore.
All the money. Look at the money Trudeau's sending them.
Yeah.
Do you know that there is giving all that money to them and letting people across at Roxham Road, putting them up in hotels, giving them free health care, money to live? Okay, illegal immigrants, not legal, illegal. But guess what? The people that protect our country, our armed forces, there is 4,500 military families in line waiting for military housing. Got nowhere to live. But we can bring in people in a hole in the fence and put them up and give them money and health care. The people that are ready to sacrifice everything for our country, that keep it safe, there's no money to house you, to give you a roof over your head. Sorry. We got too many illegal immigrants we have to put up in luxury hotels.
It's a very sad state of affairs.
It's disgusting, man.
It is.
I just read that in what was it? It was in buddy. I think it was the Toronto Star. I'm not sure, which would be a miracle because they never reported the truth. They haven't reported the truth since Christ was a Boy Scout.
It's been a long time.
But anyway, yeah. So stop falling for the Ukraine garbage. Because that's what it is. People need to realize the truth about what's going on over there. I've talked to people from the Ukraine, and they're back in Russia's play. They know how corrupt that country is.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst on earth. So you need to figure it. And not only that, where's that one of what that creep owns?
Who's this?
Zelensky. Oh my, this guy is so rich, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
He's got,
millions and millions.
He's got like 12 homes. He's got,
He's a dictator.
absolute dictator. Absolute dictator.
And you think at the height of the war, there's a whole bunch of high-profile Hollywood celebrities going over there. They had U2 in there singing. In the middle of a war-torn country, these guys are just flying in and out, having concerts.
Yeah, I'm not
Really?
buying that.
You think about it?
Come on, man. Come on, people.
It's ridiculous.
You know, it's a big savage war going on. You
Yeah.
see all these dignitaries over in Trudeau, no flak jacket, not even a lid
nothing.
on, nothing, man. Come on. Like, people.
It's pretty easy to see.
I
who
mean,
the
I do
enemy
feel
is.
for some of the citizens, right? I
Well,
mean,
for sure, they're the ones who suffer. That's always the way it is. It's always the citizens of the country that suffer.
I mean, but it's a double-edged sword too, because they were quite fine with Zelensky killing the Russian-speaking people in the province of is it Dubas? Because they hammered them hard, man. They were blowing up schools. They were bombing fucking elementary schools, man. Like, come on. And it's been going on for a long time, a decade. So, before you go waving your Ukraine flag and calling me names for trying to tell the truth, do a little research, man. Find out what's really going on over there. And no one has held anyone accountable for the billions and billions of dollars that are being sent over there. Nobody knows where the money is.
Which makes you wonder.
Come on, man. Like
Things that make you go,
I'm trying really hard not to swear. That's why I keep hesitating. I'm not supposed to swear no more.
And over half of our episodes don't have swearing in them now.
It's crazy.
That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I like it, but fuck it. Gotta sneak one in there sometimes, Gotta sneak one in there, man. So, that's my little thing I want to talk about, because every day I wake up, they're giving them more money. We're gonna give them a couple more billion. Like, are you kidding me, man? It's got to stop. You know what I mean? All this money, and we're doing. Trudeau is doing it too. Giving them all kinds of money, but we can't put a roof over the heads of our military families. You know how disgusting that is? That's retarded.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I mean, nobody. Put the illegal immigrants in hostels and in shelters. Put the military up in the luxury hotels. They deserve it. They're the ones making the sacrifices. So, I don't know. Charity starts at home. It's supposed to, anyway.
Supposed to.
Well, it's your military, man.
Absolutely. They're the ones who go to war for your freedom. They die for your freedom.
Come on, man. For the military, what are you? You're, Well, I mean, I don't know. Ours better pick the pace up, though, because you're not doing, in my opinion, you're not doing a very good job of standing between the government and the people. You're standing against the people, as far as I can see, and that goes for our police forces, a lot of them. So, well, let's see how it all ends up, right? Anyway, what else do you want to talk about? What can we chat about now? Is there anything down in the States? Has Pinhead number 2 here done anything wrong yet?
No, every day. Well, actually, there's a show on now on Newsmax, and what's it called? The Biden Chronicles. And so it's a half-hour show they have. I don't know if it's every day or once a week. It probably could be every day.
It'd probably be every hour.
Anyway, once a week it is, and they go on and they just do all these different tidbits of things that he said, and it's packed full. They don't keep on repeating the clip. Like, they go from clip to clip.
Oh, you don't have to.
Clip.
Yeah.
No, he screws up so much.
Right,
Some of the things he says.
yeah,
But I'm going to talk about food and what real food is and the difference between real food and, say, GMOs and the consequences of what GMOs has on the human body. If you go back 30, 40 years ago, GMOs were really not a common thing. Now you've got companies like Monsanto that are engineering tomatoes, for example, all kinds of fruits and vegetables, making things seedless so that they can sell the seeds to farmers, and then when the crop grows, they don't get to, especially over in places like Africa and where they don't have as much, maybe Africa isn't exactly the prime example, India, but they'll sell these seeds to these farmers and say, okay, now you need to go and buy Roundup to get rid of all the pests. At the end of the year, what they normally do is they collect all their fruits and vegetables, they'd harvest the seeds out of them, and they would reuse those seeds for the following year. They can't do that, so they're making these guys go broke. But on top of that, the health effects it has on the body, we're seeing increases in autism and all these different types of disease and mental disabilities skyrocket ever since these have come into play. And when you go to the pharmacy now, or the grocery store, I should say, you've got a natural food section that's what, 1 aisle long.
Yeah.
What does that make the
Yeah,
rest
it
of
costs
it?
a fortune.
Yeah, you got organic. You know, you got
Yeah,
10% of it is organic food. The rest of it is GMO. It's not natural. We're all putting unnatural foods, and we don't really even think about it. But in Canada and the U.S., we don't have any real laws against it. It's absolutely huge. There's a great documentary called David versus Monsanto, and this guy, farmer in Canada, I think he was in Alberta. The field beside him, that farmer bought Monsanto seed for corn. Some of that seed got onto this other farmer's property. Monsanto sued that farmer, won, took all his property and everything. That farmer went back, and in the Supreme Court of Canada, it was finally awarded that that farmer was right and Monsanto was wrong. But they're a major, major powerhouse. He nearly lost everything he had. He had fought in court for 10 years. Yeah.
Pretty soon there won't be no more food.
That could be a part 1, 2, 3, 4 topic right there, because there's so much depth to it.
Nobody's going to be able to afford to eat.
No. Well, that's the other thing. Like, I think we all need to start growing our own food. Anyone can do it. Get a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot. You can grow tomatoes.
Buy a bow and arrow. Learn to hunt.
Yeah. There's so many.
All this nonsense the government's doing with our food and
Well, they're trying to
raising the
control
carbon
everything.
tax is so high that nobody's going to be able to afford food. You know what? We
They're
can
trying
beat
to
them at
starve us
their
out.
own game. Grow your own veggies, your own potatoes. Buy a bow. Go hunting. You know what I mean?
But it's actually kind of rewarding doing it too. Like, you see the food that you grow and you actually eat it. Like a
Well, it
bacon
robs them
tomato
of all that
sandwich.
tax dollars, or it robs them of everything, and
Yeah.
and we can show them, hey man, we don't need you people. We don't need you. Well, you were hired. You were voted in to run the infrastructure of a country. Country, same thing these days. And
Well, yeah, you're right. Our government is like a
well, it
corporation.
is, man. It's a
now.
freaking corporation. I mean, and being run by a drama teacher. Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, man.
What could possibly go wrong?
We got to stop being so polite, man. As Canadians, we got to stop that nonsense.
Like, imagine if you had Justin Trudeau in charge of a company. It'd be bankrupt in a month.
Good Lord, man. The guy's a shit.
Hey, let's just borrow some more money so we can do more.
Well,
of
we've
this
all
shit.
seen him try to sing and dance. I don't know how he ever became a drama teacher, right? Oh man, that'd be the worst musical in history.
Yeah, I've seen some good ones on Trudeau. There's this one guy, he could talk just like him, same tone, same like everything. Oh yeah, and he goes on these stupid rants about, well, kind of just making fun of Trudeau, but
Kind of
it
like
wouldn't
the dumb
surprise me
rants
Trudeau
that
was-
Trudeau goes
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Well, yeah.
Trudeau doesn't even need that. He does it on his own. But
We need an election. I don't know.
yeah, we do.
That's what I meant to look into, man. Is there a way to force an election in Canada? I don't know if there is. Not as long as the NDP is propping them up.
Yeah.
I think it'll be almost impossible to force an election. I'm not sure, right? But this is what they're doing. You know, and they're gonna freaking. Oh my God! They have a factory in London, Ontario, making food out of crickets.
Yeah. It's the largest one in Canada or North America? Canada for sure.
It's the only one that I've ever heard of.
And apparently, there's a lot of crickets in a lot of the food that we're eating nowadays. This has already started a couple of years back.
Yeah, I read that too. There was a couple of articles that they've been slowly putting bugs in our food.
Yep.
Slowly putting bugs in our food and not telling us. And then what they'll do, apparently, is they're going to come up and say, well, you've been eating bugs all these years and you just didn't know it. Yeah, well, that's coming to an end. I ain't eating no bugs. Like I said, when I see Trudeau sit down with a plate full of worms and crickets, pour some syrup on them and meet them up.
Yeah.
I'll join
You do
him.
it first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join you. But we all know that ain't happening, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so let's think about that. We think about the Ukraine. I had to get, I'd like people to wake up over that and start demanding. Where else is my? Can we see some an accountant's chart or a summary of what's being done with these billions of dollars that we're giving a rogue, corrupt country? Because that's what he is. You know what I mean? He looked real special, all dressed up and dragged there in New York City downtown, didn't he? No, we need the same as anything. Accountability, man. We need to start demanding it
100%.
of these people. Let's see some actual paperwork and facts where these billions and billions of dollars are going of our money. Okay? Come on. We got to start doing that. We got to start holding everybody accountable like this. All these people,
Yeah.
like
If we all start holding them accountable, they'll have no choice but to be accountable.
that's right, man. I mean, and wow, was that a bee?
It was big.
Oh, big bugger, right?
Oh.
And I don't think that is a bee, man. It don't look like a bee. I don't know what it is. It's probably one of them CIA
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
listening bugs that are the size of mosquitoes, man.
They've got genetically modified mosquitoes now that can vaccinate anyone, anything.
Yes.
Now they said that they were doing it to vaccinate
Animals.
herd populations. That's right, which means the food you're going to be eating is going to be vaccinated.
Gonna
But
have it in it.
they can also vaccinate you if you have chosen to not get vaccinated. Your choice, whether you do or you don't. But let's just say you choose not to. Well, they've genetically engineered mosquitoes to be able to go and vaccinate you without you even knowing it.
And if they can do it with a vaccine, they can do it with anything.
Yeah.
And put a virus in it.
I think it was Bill Gates that did that. It was like a TED Talk or something, and he actually
Yes.
released a bunch of mosquitoes into the crowd while this whole thing was going on, explaining how they would do it, how it could be done. And he said, no, don't worry, these mosquitoes aren't. But they could have been.
That's right. Gotta wake up, people. Gotta wake up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're past 20 minutes. We're gonna cut her off.
Yeah. I think we, if you guys want to hear certain topics or you want to hear us dive into certain things, go on Telegram. Tell us what you want to hear, and we'll research those topics, and we'll do an episode
Or
on it.
email us.
Or email us,
Yep,
yeah.
The real three
But I'm
drinks
just trying to
at
push you
Gmail.
guys to Telegram.
Yeah, but let's
That's where it's at.
we might do another one. I think
Yeah.
it's early yet.
Back to back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a break.
So we'll say goodbye for now, and then we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay, guys. So we will be back. And rumble.
Telegram.
Like, share, subscribe.
Subscribe.
We need some help getting this out, and we'd like to do this a lot more often and get a lot more in depth and
Yeah.
better at it.
Yeah, and have more time for research into it as well,
Yeah.
and
So
be able to have graphs and all that stuff that would go along
we need,
with it.
yeah, get more technically advanced or
Yeah.
whatever it's called,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
we just can't afford it right now. You know what I mean? We got to go to work, pay the bills, and put food on the table. And trying to do this full time, it's getting to be a pretty big strain.
Rent's going up, heat's going up, gas going up, food's
Everything's
going up, everything's going
man.
up.
Everything's going up.
So
It'd be nice to see Trudeau going up the flagpole.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah, everybody down states here, down Florida. We said something before, but I've been reading, and man, you guys got seriously hit hard, and
Yeah.
condolences. I
pretty
heard
nice.
that it's up into the 70s so far. People have died due to the hurricane.
not to mention no homes left, and
Yeah,
oh man,
you know, so
it's horrible, guys.
feel for you guys, man, down
We're
there.
praying for you.
Hang in there. You got the best governor in the country helping you, trying to be there for you, and your fellow patriots. They'll do anything for you. You guys know that. Hang in there, man. I know it's easy to say because we're up here in the Arctic. There ain't no hurricanes up here, man. I mean, our East Coast got hammered pretty bad, but
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta go. Keep running our mouths, friend.
Until next time.
Okay. Oh, I gotta.
Oh, you got to get ready.
I got the dog knocked over the
Well,
mouse.
mind you, sometimes that's the funniest part of the episode. You're trying to shut it off.
What a backyard operation. The dogs are coming and going. And bees are flying by.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. We're reaching out to the
how
hard
it is.
workers, man. Having
it.
a beer in the
Raw,
backyard
uncut,
and working their
that's it.
bums off, man. Okay, what's going on here?
You're there.
Why is that
You're
rain
there.
coming up?
You're
Okay.
there.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See you in a bit. Do I got to push the button?